All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we started exactly at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. What's everybody doing today? Sound check. This is a sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3. Good afternoon. All right. Okay, so hi everyone. We started exactly at 1 p.m. today. All right, and the lunch and learns are at 1 p.m. every Sunday, right here on the live YouTube channel, Primary School Masterclass. So if you got a notification on your device, yeah, right. So welcome everyone to another episode of the Primary School Masterclass Virtual Lunch and Learn. Okay, so the idea of this is to have your lunch. Sunday is kind of the day where most people, especially in the Caribbean, create their best dishes, and it's a day to relax, spend time with the family, spend time with our loved ones, you know, and having quality time with each other. Okay, so welcome everyone to this week's episode of Lunch and Learn. It should be a fairly short episode today. All right. So if you have not, please like this video and share with someone who you think would benefit from this, and subscribe to the channel to be notified when we have videos, not only on Sundays at 1 p.m. but throughout the week, because videos are uploaded throughout the week as well. You know. Okay, so let's start on a positive note, an encouraging word. So this is taken from Luke 1, chapter 1, verse 37. And it says, "For with God nothing shall be impossible." Okay, so always remember God. Sometimes we forget God and life gets a little bit too fast and busy, but God is always there and we must acknowledge Him. Now, sometimes you need to understand that you cannot do everything alone. But when there's no one there to help you, God can help you. As it says here, "For with God, nothing shall be impossible." Okay? Right? So sometimes you can't do it on your own, but if you rely on God and you trust Him, I am sure that something is going to happen. Something good is going to happen. Okay? Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Dimitri. Hi, Aria. How are you guys doing today? So this episode is a language arts masterclass, Fountains of Life. Let's get into it. So I just want to give a special welcome if you are now coming to the channel and you now see the video for the first time. It's always great to have you here. And again, please share with all who you think would be blessed or would find this beneficial. Okay, so a couple of rules. Please be respectful and be kind. There is a live chat, so you can write live on the channel. You can also write in the comments after this video is done in the comment section. But be respectful to each other and please be kind. And also write your questions and comments in the chat. So you can write your comments and questions in the chat. I am trying to look at the chat also, right? So in case you have a question, I'll just see and answer you. So yeah, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. So today we're going to look at adverbs. Today we will learn adverbs. Hi Victoria, how are you doing today? Right? Today we are looking at adverbs. Okay? Depending on what level of standard you are in school, you may have heard about it, may have done it before. I don't know. I know some schools do different stuff and they do things at different times, but everything is on the syllabus, as I'll show you now. Okay, so this is the SEA framework for secondary entrance assessment, or SEA, 2019 to 2023, and teaching this week and also revising the syllabus, because we need to stay close to the syllabus. Okay, you always need to be close to the syllabus and make sure that you're teaching the proper content. Under the language section, I just highlighted this and it says here in number 19, students need to use adverbs both in the comparative and superlative forms. So that is what we're going to do today, because I have students and in the development as a writer, even if you're a student learning this or looking at this video, sometimes you want to express yourself. Sometimes you have all these feelings and you really want to put it down on paper, but you don't have enough control or command of the English language just yet to do so. So this is where I see students, they want to say something, but they can't really put it down on paper. And that's the most important thing, because when you give in your paper, the only communication sometimes you have with the examiner is what you wrote. You are not going to be there to say, hey, I meant to say this or I meant to say that. No, sometimes you do a test and the teacher or the examiner is correcting the test while you're doing something else. You don't even know what's going on. You're not there. But the only communication you have with the examiner is what you write. So it's very important to learn English and express yourself on paper. All right? That's why I make sure students write their stuff on paper and not just type. Because we have the predictive text and the spell check and word assistance on the devices and computers. So it's very important to keep writing. Warning: if you have not seen Virtual Lunch and Learn episode 2 with nouns, verbs, and adjectives, please watch that video as a revision. Okay? So you may not quite understand everything in this video, okay, unless you have a good command of nouns, verbs, and adjectives, because I'm going to use those words in between today. So if you don't know what's a noun or adjective, you may need to go and revise that video, episode 2. And this is it on the channel. These are some videos on the channel, but you're looking for Virtual Lunch and Learn episode 2, Language Arts. And this is how the video looks. The title will be there, episode 2, nouns, verbs, and adjectives. And well, similes. Right? Okay, so please look at that video as a revision if you have not seen it yet, to really understand this video. Okay? So guys, adverbs. Now, what is an adverb? An adverb describes a verb, adjective, or another adverb. It tells when, where, how, and how often. Okay, I'll read that one more time. An adverb describes a verb, adjective, or another adverb. It tells when, where, how, and how often. So that would be a definition. So you can write this down, okay? Or you could look at the recording and pause the video here and write this down in your book. It's kind of similar to many textbooks out there. I use practically all the textbooks for primary school, but I don't have a favorite one. I really don't have a favorite one. And students use different ones and at different times, So this would be like a general definition, but I think this definition can work throughout, and you really have a good understanding of what an adverb is. Let's look at some examples. Adverbs when. We have after, before, early, now, since, soon, today, tomorrow, and yesterday. Okay? Right? Where. Above, below, everywhere, far, here, inside, near, outside, there. These are adverbs of how, and these are the most common ones. Most adverbs, or it's easily identified because most adverbs end in ly, and most textbooks, I don't really agree with the book saying just this, but most textbooks, like really just want to introduce you to adverbs, they would mostly say how something is done, and most adverbs would be ending in ly. So you would say, how was something done? It was done calmly. It was done beautifully. It was done excitedly, happily, joyfully, knowingly, sadly, sloppily, stiffly. Now, be sure to be a good speller. You need to be able to spell these words properly if you want to use it in your creative writing, and even identify it in language. And finally, how often. These are sometimes called adverbs of frequency. How often is it done? Well, it is done always. I brush my teeth always, or I brush my teeth daily. How often? Daily. And that is very important. Just that you know. Frequently, never, once, rarely, seldom, sometimes, or usually. So this is a lot of information, but these are just examples of adverbs. It's a kind of a collection of different textbooks that I would have seen in exam papers, and not only in past papers, okay, but also in test papers as well. Because when people say past papers mean the papers that were written by the essay students given in the exam. That's a past paper. Okay? But if you want to do a practice paper, that would be a sheet of paper where they would test you on the same material, but that material was not given in the exam. Okay? So sometimes some parents tell me they buy past papers. It's like, do you mean like past paper 2022, past paper 2021, past paper 2020? That's a past paper. But if you go into the practice papers, there are many brands out there, right? I'm not going to say any names, okay? But there are different brands out there, right? So yeah, so I've seen questions like this happening and occurring in both past papers, both past papers and practice papers. Good. Let's check this out. I try to make some really Caribbean examples. So we have adverbs describe when verbs or the action is taking place. When the verb is taking place. For example, creative writing. I wrote my story. When did you write your story? When did the verb take place? It took place today. Okay, that's the adverb there actually. I wrote my story today. Okay, so we have I, the subject, wrote, the verb, which is in past tense, my, the possessive pronoun, story, the noun, and today is actually the adverb. So that's the those are the parts of speech for that sentence there. Check this out. We will visit Dominica tomorrow. When is the verb taking place? Tomorrow. Okay. Check this one. I woke up early this morning. Yeah? Okay. Those are some examples of adverbs in use. They describe when verbs or the action is taking place. Let's look at this one. Adverbs describe where verbs or the action is taking place. Again, adverbs describe where verbs or the action is taking place. For example, the bird flies above. Above is the adverb here. Then we have jelly is inside the coconut. Okay? Sometimes try to break up coconut and I have no jelly. You get so upset. You know? Jelly is inside the coconut. Let's look at this one. The rainy season is here. The rainy season is here. So the adverbs describe where the verb is taking place. Okay, let's look at the most identifiable ones. Adverbs describe how verbs happen. Adverbs describe how verbs happen. Most adverbs end in ly. Not all, most. Most adverbs end in ly. For example, the boy happily eats. How is he eating the mango? I think it's a mango. Some fruit, I don't know, right? How is he eating the fruit? He's eating it happily. So it describes how he is eating. He is relaxing peacefully. Okay? He is relaxing peacefully. What would be another adverb we could use here? We could say quietly. Okay? He is relaxing quietly. Let's look at this one. She prays how? How does she pray? She prays faithfully. She prays faithfully. That describes how she's praying. That describes the verb to pray, the infinitive verb to pray. And let's look at this one here. This would be the adverbs of frequency. Adverbs describe how often verbs take place. Adverbs describe how often verbs take place. For example, I always brush my teeth. How do you brush your teeth? Always. I always brush my teeth. Let's look at this one. I drink cocoa sometimes. I think they mean cocoa tea, right? Because that is actually the chocolate fruit. We get chocolate from this fruit. Okay? That's like another presentation right here, right? I drink cocoa sometimes, right? How often do you drink? The verb to drink, sometimes. Let's look at this one. Saint Lucia celebrates Independence Day once a year. Saint Lucia celebrates Independence Day once a year, which is February 22nd. Okay? So how often do they celebrate it? The verb to celebrate, once. Okay? Right. Awesome. So if you need some revision on this, please pause the video or you can listen to what I say in between. But you can get your notes from this here. If you really are good with your nouns, verbs, and adjectives and you want your creative writing to go to another level, this would definitely help because this adds more expression and more creativity, and it really gives a lot more feeling, you know, and emotion into your stories. You know, we don't know what next year is going to be. This video, today is the 17th of July, 2022. So I don't know, I don't think anybody knows what next year will bring for the SCA exam, if it's going to be the narrative, descriptive, or the report writing. This year was the report writing, but this would really help with your narrative descriptive because you know the report writing has no emotion. Okay, there should not be any emotions in the report writing. But if you're writing your narrative descriptive, you can say, the boy happily eats. Or you could add more adjectives and give more flavor to your writing and say, the young boy has a broad smile across his face as he happily eats the delicious and scrumptious mango or apple. I still don't know what that is. Okay, so you add a lot of expression, you add a lot of creativity to your writing. Okay, great. Now let's look at the comparative and superlative form because this was actually in the SCA framework. It says here comparatives express two subjects. Okay, meaning that you're comparing two things. You're comparing two things. Superlatives express more than two. Superlatives express more than two. For example, if the adverb is badly, okay, the comparative would be worse, W-O-R-S-E, because they're saying worse between two things. For example, he is a worse batsman than him. I should give some names. John is a worse batsman than Patrick. So you're just comparing two things, two people. But if you say, out of the entire cricket team, John is the worst batsman, well, you would say, well, John is the worst batsman out of the entire cricket team. Because out of how many people in cricket? 11 players, 11 batsmen. Out of all the 11 batsmen, John is the worst. Okay? No offense to anybody named John or any Johns who play cricket here. I'm just giving an example. Okay? All right? How about the adverb well? Well, the adverb well, the comparative form would be better. So, for example, I think oranges are better than apples. I'm comparing two fruits there, oranges and apples. So it's just two there. I think oranges are better than apple. But I think pineapples are the best fruit. I think pineapples are the best fruit. Okay, right? As I said that here, I got this from the market. right? I didn't really speak to the vendor because I don't know if he knew where it really came from. But these are like some mini pineapples, like really interesting. I've never seen pineapples this small before. Like look how small it is. Like it fits in the palm of my hand. Like literally like that. It's very small. I'll take a picture and put it on channel. Right? A better picture. Okay? Very small pineapples. I've never seen pineapples like this here. And I thought I'll show you this on the lunch and learn. Okay? But I am going to do a presentation on the various types of fruits. Well, especially fruits that you don't normally see. And they kind of seasonal. But it's very interesting because in the Caribbean, we live close to the equator. And all these tropical fruits, they have a lot of diversity. We have a lot of diversity in the Caribbean islands. A lot of fruits. So we have a lot more than just pineapples, apples, and oranges, and mangoes and stuff. Right? But I want to do a presentation on that. Yeah? Okay? Right? So we have far, the adverb is far, comparative, farther, and farthest. Let's look at this one. Far could also, the comparative form could also be further, and furthest. Alright. Let's look at this one. Little, comparative, comparing two things, less, and then comparing more than two things, least. Okay? Let's look at this comparative form here. I like apples more than pineapples. I like apples more than pineapples. Superlative form of all fruits, meaning more than two fruits, more than just two fruits. I like mangoes the most. I like mangoes the most. Okay? That being said, guys, make sure to eat a fruit at least one time per day. A fruit a day is excellent. Okay? You get a daily dose of vitamin C, and it is very good for your memory. Helps you remember. Okay? So let's do some exercises here. I'm on live charts. Okay? If you want to get a link to this, just message me, or I think I'll put it in the description of this video. I'll put the link for this in the description of this video. So let's do these questions here. Is it an adjective or an adverb? Number one, it says Angelica is a very what person? Is it nice or nicely? Angelica is a very what kind of person? Is Angelica a very nice person, or is Angelica a very nicely person? So are we going to use the adjective or the adverb form here? Any ideas? Nice, thanks. So Angelica is a very nice person. All right. Number two, when I was late for school, the teacher looked at me. Oh gosh. Angrily. I think that's with the Y. And angrily. Let's look at number two. When I was late for school, the teacher looked at me. How? How did the teacher look at you? Okay, so remember the adverb is describing the verb to look. How is the teacher looking at you? And that answer there is the teacher looked at me angrily. Okay, angrily. Alright. I'm just doing the first six. Let's look at this one here, number three. Peter is our best athlete. Peter is our best athlete. So that's like a sports person, right? He runs very fast or fastly. Peter is our best athlete. He runs very fast or fastly. Now, actually, the adverb form for fast, it remains as fast. Okay? Right? The adjective and adverb is fast. Both are fast. So I'm going to say fast. He runs very fast. Number four, the thieves, which is the plural form of thief. Just saying, the thieves, you drop the F and you add VES, it's one of those words there, little singular and plural there. The thieves fell down the stairs. How? How did they fall down the stairs? How was the fall? The adverb describes the verb to fall. So how did they fall down the stairs? Did they fall down the stairs noisily, or noisily? They have the same option twice. The thieves fell down the stairs noisy or noisily. How? How did they fall down the stairs? They fell down the stairs noisily. They fell down the stairs noisily. Okay? Good. I think someone. Okay. Number five. The boys are always something with the others. The boys are always something with the others. Are the boys always friendly? Are the boys always friendlily? Or are the boys always in a friendly way with the others? I'll tell you one time, friendlily is not a word. Okay? Number five, the boys are always friendly with the others, always friendlily with the others, or just with the ly. Just with the ly. Okay? That's number five there. This last one, Jeffrey wasn't something with the F on his exam. Jeffrey wasn't happy for, sorry, let me read that again. Jeffrey wasn't happy with the F on his exam. Jeffrey wasn't happily with the F on his exam. Which one is it? Jeffrey wasn't happy with the F on his exam. All right. I think we'll go to 8 because this lost when I was looking at this. Okay. Sorry, number 9. Okay, sorry. 7. Number 8. The cat waited. This is an interesting one. The cat waited something in front of the mouse hole. The cat waited quiet in front of the mouse hole, or the cat waited quietly in front of the mouse hole. Okay, how did the cat wait? How was the wait? You're describing the verb, right, to wait. How did the cat wait? The cat waited quietly. Very good. The cat waited quietly. I see those answers in the chat. Awesome. The cat waited quietly in front of the mouse hole. Right? Another one could be patiently. Patiently. Yeah, 5 is friendly. Number 8. Who knows the something answers to the questions? Who knows the something answers to the questions? Should it be who knows the correct answers to the questions, which would be the adjective describing the answers, or would it be who knows the correctly answers to the questions? Correct. The answer is correct. Who knows the correct answers to the questions? Correct. Good. All right. Number 9. Can we go on? Just checking here. Number 9. Sorry, we speak Chinese bad. Or sorry, we speak Chinese badly. We speak Chinese bad, or we speak Chinese badly. How do we speak Chinese? How do we do the verb to speak? We speak Chinese badly. Badly. Okay. Number 10. These are good pizzas. These are goodly pizzas, or these are well pizzas. The noun is pizzas. So do I use the adjective to describe the noun pizza? Yes, I need an adjective to describe the pizzas. So what would be the adjective to describe those pizzas? What is the adjective form? Is the adjective form good, goodly, or well? Right? These are good. Thank you. Very good. Number 11. My father always walks quick. My father always walks quickly. Which one is it? My father always walks quick, or my father always walks quickly? How does he walk? How does your father walk? Not your father, I'm just saying this person's father, right? My father walks how? My father walks quickly. Wait now, sorry, I didn't change the thing. This is not the one I was looking at before. All right, 12. Fred is a very nice person. He helps everybody. Or Fred is a very nicely person. He helps everybody. All right, Fred is a very nice person. He helps, and if you wanted to put the adverb in that sentence, you would say, Fred is a very nice person, describing the person. He helps everybody nicely. If you really wanted to put the adverb in there, how does he help? Nicely. He helps everybody nicely. I know that sounds weird, but that is correct. 13. She is most beautiful girl I have ever seen. She is most beautifully girl I have ever seen. I think they forgot that word. I think it should be she is the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. Or she is the most beautifully girl I have ever seen. So the comparative form, not comparative, sorry. Not two girls we're dealing with here. We're dealing with all the girls. Okay? She is the most beautiful. Right? Because there's no beautifuler and beautifulest. It's the most. So she is most beautiful. She is the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Right? 14. He was very slow, but he finished the marathon. He was very slowly, but he finished the marathon. Yep, that's correct. He was very slow, describing him. And you can say he was very slow. And if you wanted to put the adverb, you would say he finished the marathon slowly. Do you understand? He finished the marathon slowly. You know Izzy, number 15. You know Izzy. Can she cook good? Or can she cook well? Now, this is why it's so difficult, because sometimes in normal talking, everyday conversation, you say, she does cook good? How she does cook? She does cook good. That's actually wrong. Okay? You want to describe the verb to cook, and it should be, can she cook good? Or it should be, can she cook well? How does she cook? She cooks well. Okay? That's actually the right way to say it. 16. She wanted to eat the bad mushrooms, or she wanted to eat the badly mushrooms. She wanted to eat the bad mushrooms. Okay? Yeah. And now we get into some things that I have no clue what's going on there, because that's in a different language there. So we'll take it out of 16. Right? Let's take it from the top. Angelica is a very nice person. When I was late for school, the teacher looked at me how? Angrily. 3. Peter is our best athlete. He runs very fast. Not fastly. 4. The thieves fell down the stairs noisily. The boys are always friendly with the others. Jeffrey wasn't happy with the F on his exam. The cat waited quietly in front of the mouse hole. Who knows the correct answers to the questions? 9. Sorry, we speak Chinese badly. 10. These are some good pizzas. 11. My father always walks quickly. 12. Fred is a very nice person. He helps everybody. 13. She is, I think it should be the most. It definitely should be the most. She is the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. 14. He was very slow, but he finished the marathon. 15. You know Izzy. Can she cook well? And 16. She wanted to eat the bad mushrooms. So let's take it out of 21 here. I'm only doing 16 because down here has some different language that I don't know what's going on there. I think that's a mistake. So we'll just take it there, just check my answers there. And as you could see, we got all right. All the ones that we did, we got it right. Okay, once it's in green, that means it's correct. And the ones we left out in red because this is like a different language, guys, sorry. I don't know what's going on there, right? We just leave that out. All right, but all the English ones, we got all correct. So good job, guys. I saw you guys putting it in the chat, right? Everything we got correct here, all right? So, wrapping up this call, remember, this is your tip for the day. If you finish before time is called, check over your work for tests. Again, if you finish before time is called, if you're doing a test or an exam or quiz, please check over your work. I know someone who did everything on a test correct. They got full marks, but you know what happened? They forgot to write their name. The teacher did give them all right, but we still had to find out who was that person, you know? So these little things, you know, you always want to check over your work. Don't just hand up your paper or just immediately want to go to the bathroom and just lie outside. Check over your work. If you finish before a test is called, you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes to finish. Check over your work. You may see some things that you thought would have gotten right, but you made a mistake and you could just fix it. Okay? All right? So yeah, so this has been another episode of the Virtual Lunch and Learn. All right, I hope that this was beneficial to you and you learned a lot. You can contact us by this number. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you can always WhatsApp this number. All right, the email is at primaryschoolmasterclass@yahoo.com. Okay, and if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, or like the video, or leave a comment and let us know. Let me know what we could do next week, because I think last week we answered a question on the channel in the comments, and we did an entire class just because that student asked that. So if you want us to do something, just write it in the comments of this video. Next week, so we could do this or we could do that, you know, and share this video to someone who you think would be beneficial for this, right? Okay, so someone said maths in the chat. Yeah, what area of math though? Right, let me know what area of math. I don't think we did math in a while, so yeah, I think next week we'll do math, right? If most people want that. All right, okay, so bye guys, have a good day, God bless you, and all the resources are online for your benefit. So have a great day guys, have a wonderful day, God bless you all, have a good day.